Hola, hola, hola. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Yeah, trying to wake up. So let's just do a good morning blessing here. Lighting the Palo Santo sometimes can take a bit to. So let's just kind of clear the air here. Yeah. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Make sure you stay hydrated. We don't think about it's not that hot outside, it could be hotter or whatever. And I've noticed that even like my plants have a lot of hydration uh, issues going on. So it's been going out there and watering them and nurturing them and loving them, just like we should our own temple, means drink some water. It's really good to drink water, especially after any kind of energy work, meditation, prayer, whatever you want to call it. Well, today I'm going to use a different deck. It's my Shamanic Healing Oracle. And I really like this deck. It's just sometimes it's hard to see on the camera, depending on how dark I have the room or the ambiance. And so I popped on the big lights. And I'm thinking about getting like a little light to add into it so that there is plenty of light. Okay, so she's not really wanting to kick anything out. And I'm like, oh, don't do that to me. Because then I'm just going to have to pick the first 3 cards. Who knows what happens with that, right? Okay, alright. Actually, we had some cards just kind of curve out to the side, so I'm going to pick those cards. Oh, how funny. Okay. Alright, so the energy coming in shows slow and steady. And what was really funny was I had a flash in my head. If you've ever seen the movie, the opening part of To Kill a Mockingbird. To Kill a Mockingbird. That's a movie with Gregory Peck, black and white, back in like the 50s. Story about a Alabama attorney, his 2 kids, and a very important case that came to their town/county. So, but the beginning scenes of it is very slow and steady. Not slow as in I'm bored slow, but slow as in sitting back and chilling and relaxing. That kind of slow and steady. Even though the steady, you think it would be like up on your feet. No, not necessarily. So this is about this energy coming in slow and steady, being consistent, but don't be in a rush. Take it easy. You don't have to be anywhere at any given time. And this is, talking metaphysically, metaphorically speaking, it's to take it slow and steady. You see that turtle down there? It looks like there's raindrops that are slow and steady. Now, what's interesting is we have a reunion of souls here, but it's upside down. So what it's the implication here, because this is going to be an obstacle, is not being totally connected and having a sense of disconnect. Having a sense of disconnect with yourself as well as the people that are around you. Not unusual to have that kind of feeling, especially during Mercury retrograde, or because it's Mercury retrograde. So don't really take it as a hinder. We can change that. Chance always favors a prepared mind. And if we're feeling a disconnect from others or our community or environment, whatever, let's take that time for introspection and working on healing the divine self. You don't have to always take a kind of lower vibe, or kind of like a not very fun thing, like being disconnected with your people, can be a negative thing, but we can also work through it and use it as a time to heal self. All right. Remember that slow and steady? Well, it's going to keep being slow and steady. There's not going to be any rapid, massive changes. Things still working on its own and kind of filtering through. I don't see massive changes, but what I do see is a sense of filtration. Not infiltration, but filtration. Where we take that time to kind of sort through the minutia, and what's really not relevant is going to go to this side, or maybe a file 13 metaphoric, and then what is relevant, what is pertinent, what is important rises to the surface and kind of like in your face. So not a lot of massive changes, just going through a filtration process. So that's always a help when you are able to sort through the minutia in life. Again, this is kind of reinforcing that there's not a lot of big changes coming up in the next couple of days. It's just kind of a sit back, let things land where they land, let it flow the way it flows. And it just came through. It's just sit back and watch the picture show. It's okay. Just sit back and watch the picture show. So let's see what that ending energy coming up to. Omens. Now, I'm going to say it like this. I get more of wisdom, intuition, insight. Wisdom, intuition, insight. That's what I'm getting from this card. I'm not getting anything negative. I'm not getting anything over the top. That's outside of your ability to process and work with. What I'm getting on that strongly is wisdom, intuitiveness or intuition, and knowledge, insight, upper hand, maybe. For some. And then I've got, I saw the signs, I opened up my eyes, I saw the signs. Pay attention. There's a lot going on, even though we're sitting chilled. As the minutia is cleared, what's really pertinent and relevant rises. And you should be able to, with this vibe right here, be able to discern what is up in front of you and plan your next step. So, I hope you enjoyed this morning's reading. I've got to go and get me some sort of caffeine going. I could really go back to bed. I'm not lying. Don't tell anyone. Whoops. Peace, love, and harmony. I almost forgot about peace and was just going to go right to the love, but peace, love, harmony. I hope to see you very soon.